Go.
So they're ready to go, and off in the Stonor Challenge Trophy. This is Birch and Burton on the Berkshire station. And you've got on the Buck station Fellows and Nabel, the USA, in their double. You can see the Leander colours there. Off they go for the 2,112 metres of rowing. Great challenge for them, and here they come. They're getting very close in this early heat. That's very tight. Look at those two sets of oars getting extremely close, but now pulling away Fellows and Nabel, the USA. They've gone back towards the Buck station, but that was a scrappy start in terms of steering. In terms of acceleration out the blocks, the Americans have got that right.
They have indeed, haven't they? Yeah, they've really obviously made a good go at that start and actually just drifted off course a little bit, but they have got a little bit of a lead there on their opponents there, Leander Boat Cup.
And there is a danger, I suppose, if you go at it too hard, then the compensation of the steering, which I think we saw that it's not cost them anything. In fact, look at that lead. They'll be really happy with how they've got away from Temple Island, but you don't want to think too much about speed and not enough about steering there.
Oh, totally. I mean, you're in that moment where you're sort of waiting, you're kind of patiently waiting for the start of the race, and then everything comes at you at once, and it's sort of full throttle, full gas, and trying to deal with the steering and picking up the line of the boom, or the buoys in this case, where at the very start, and then it moves on to the booms. And you know that American crew from Cambridge Boat Club will be using that line of the booms on their left-hand side, which is on the very near side of your shot in the screen. But they have drifted slightly towards the middle there. I'm sure they'll be fine, and they're just pulling away gently here from the Leander Club crew.
So, watching the Americans here, this combination, Olympic spares for the USA.
Yeah, it's an interesting matchup, that, isn't it? To put your open weight and your lightweight together like that. But they're rowing neatly, aren't they? And they are, well, correcting the steering again, but they are rowing neatly there together.
Yes. It's so murky, isn't it? We're used to bright sunshine and the sun glinting off the water, and here it's a very different scene. They are having some significant steering issues, aren't they, in the American boat? I've seen them go many times before, and you know, they're highly polished combination, but this time they're going on a bit of a meandering route down the water. Yeah,
and these international crews, I mean, well, any crew, a lot of people are used to racing on buoyed courses where you have a line of buoys on both sides of your boat, and you're sort of nicely positioned in the middle of that. Obviously on the Henley course we don't have that. We just have a line of oak booms running either side on the outside, and then you've got this kind of this bit in the middle that's up for grabs for anyone to a certain extent until the umpire intervenes.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're rowing really nicely on the left-hand side of the shot there, the crew from the US. Big credit to the Leander Club crew on the right-hand side of the screen. Here we are. They have recently only just been formed together, and actually the bow girl, Birch Burton, she's been on her gap year, and this is it's a pretty big step to be racing in the Stonor Challenge Cup at the age of 19. So credit there, and I know their coach Mark Shim has been sort of taking this crew on, and they've only been formed in the last couple of weeks, all under sort of Ross Hunter's women's programme at Leander Club.
It's a pretty cool way to spend a gap year. It beats backpacking around Europe, doesn't it?
Oh my God, yeah.
Went to Henley Royal Regatta. Catherine Burton, Katie Ann Birch in that Stonor Challenge Trophy Leander boat that you can see to the right of your picture, and they're very nicely set up. They're right in the race as well. Plenty of the race still to unfold. The Americans leading the way, Margaret Fellows and Mary Nabel, both in their 30s, hugely experienced athletes. Only Margaret Fellows of the combination has had a couple of previous Henley Royal Regattas, but on the global rowing circuit, those two have been around for a long time.
And yeah, obviously getting ready for the Paris Olympics as the spares. This is a great project for them to hop into the double. I mean, they could have both been put into the singles here or something like that, but actually to row together and to be out, to be going to Paris via Henley is a great summer experience for them.
Yeah, Nabel, the World Championship silver in the lightweight double in 2018. Here you can see them in that white and blue boat, making good progress down the course. And
Yeah, it's really neat and tidy, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really sculling it along well together there. Lots of good solid leg drive on the boat there. Nice and loose in the handles, really flowing with the boat there.
The fact that you have got an open weight and a lightweight combination, it must be a combination that really clicks and works, a dynamic, because otherwise it's just such an unusual thing to do, isn't it?
Yeah, unless you it's in this instance it makes sense because obviously they're both spares, isn't it? But it is a bit like kind of the AC Cobra approach to making a car in terms of having a really kind of lightweight chassis and then with a big engine in it or something. You know?
Yeah.
It's a hybrid combo here, but it's working for them, and actually it looks really good too on the water.
And this is Leander. We've got Catherine Burton and Katie Ann Birch. Catherine Burton just 19, as we were saying, in her gap year, and Katie Ann Birch a little bit more experienced, 25, although actually less experience as far as Henley's concerned. Catherine already 2 previous Henley Royal Regattas, and this combination hadn't raced before Henley Royal Regatta this season, so it's another intriguing team up. Whether it'll work or not, I suspect they'll be bowing out on the Friday of Henley Royal Regatta as things stand, because actually the Americans in the last couple of moments have put on another surge and really tried to drive that screw home, haven't they? They've really tried to make sure that they put this race to bed early.
Yeah, they have been sculling it very well, and they've really dominated the race from quite early on. But what's interesting is they are really kind of shifting through the gears, keeping themselves pretty in a race mode here, which is good because they're going to need to build their experience as they go through the regatta here. So yeah, they've definitely been kind of keeping it lively in the Cambridge Boat Club crew boat here.
33-year-old Margaret Fellows, you can see in the bow seat there of the American boat. I'll be very pleased with progress so far. And that's why, that's the lead they've built. Out the gloom they appear in front of the regatta enclosure, coming towards the steward's enclosure. Leander working hard and will be really valuing the experience on their home water. Saw them get out on the water earlier, got a terrific reception from their club mates down by the bridge at Leander Club as they headed off up to Temple Line and paddled up to the start line early in the morning, but there were lots of their teammates there to give them support. But it's all about the Americans in the Stonor Challenge Trophy in this opening heat of day 4. Fellows and Nabel, a few more strokes for them in front of stewards. The crowds will build during the day, not many braving the weather at this early stage. Good from them, all that experience preparing for the understudy role in Paris. Over the line they go. Fellows and Nabel safely through in the Stonor Challenge Trophy. Birch and Burton from Leander. Well, that's their Henley Royal Regatta over. Look pleased. Understand why.
Yeah, chop with that. They rode really well there. Yeah.